Good evening. Tonight, a massive winter storm is sweeping across the United States, bringing heavy snow, fierce winds, and life-threatening cold. The National Weather Service has issued urgent warnings for millions. This is not just another winter day, it's a serious event, demanding our full attention. From Alaska to New York, conditions are becoming hazardous for anyone unprepared. 5 states, Colorado, Alaska, Wyoming, New York, and Utah, are facing their own battles against the elements. Forecasters are using words like life-threatening and treacherous, urging people to stay home. Travel is nearly impossible in some areas, and the risk extends to everyone, from commuters to families. This storm stretches thousands of miles, impacting regions in very different ways. In the west, mountains are buried under snow, raising avalanche risks. In the north, cold so severe it causes frostbite in minutes. In the east, lake-effect snow creates slick, dangerous roads. The main message: brace yourself and take every precaution. This storm can shut down roads, cause power outages, and put lives at risk. Warnings are critical, meant to keep people safe, not just suggestions. We'll break down where the storm is at its worst, what dangers to watch for, and how to protect yourself until this system moves on. Stay with us for the latest on this powerful winter storm. How does a storm like this form? It starts when cold, dry air from the north collides with warm, moist air from the south. The cold air wedges under the warm air, forcing it to rise and cool. This is the first step in storm creation. As the warm air rises, water vapor condenses into clouds, and if it's cold enough, forms ice crystals that grow into snowflakes. The type of precipitation, snow, sleet, or freezing rain, depends on the temperature from cloud to ground. In this storm, the air is cold from top to bottom, producing significant snowfall in states like Utah and Wyoming. But it's not just snow. Strong winds are driven by differences in air pressure. The collision of air masses creates a low-pressure system, the storm's heart. Air rushes toward this low pressure, creating wind. The greater the pressure difference, the stronger the winds. In this storm, that difference is huge, leading to blizzard and whiteout conditions. It's a perfect recipe for a dangerous winter event. Nowhere is the storm's danger more apparent than Alaska. On the Arctic coast and Brooks Range, wind chills are plunging to 65 below zero. At those temperatures, frostbite can occur in 5 minutes. This cold is lethal. Frigid Arctic air is being pulled down by the storm, creating brutal conditions even for Alaska's hardy residents. Authorities warn that any outdoor activity is extremely hazardous. The risk of hypothermia and frostbite is incredibly high. Survival depends on staying indoors and keeping heat running. The storm is also dumping more snow, making travel on routes like the Haines Highway and Klondike nearly impossible. Blowing snow causes near-zero visibility, isolating remote communities. Residents are checking on neighbors, ensuring heaters work, and preparing for the worst. Even in a state used to winter, these conditions are exceptional. The message: respect the weather, stay safe, and endure until the storm passes. In Alaska tonight, it's a fight for safety in one of the world's harshest environments. In the Rocky Mountains, Wyoming and Utah are being hammered by immense snowfall. The mountains force moist air to rise, dumping up to 10 inches of heavy snow in places like the Sierra Madre and Snowy Range. Travel and outdoor activities are becoming life-threatening, with avalanche risks rising as new snow piles on unstable layers. The message: the mountains are not safe right now. Utah's ski resorts are getting up to 15 inches of new snow, but it's creating chaos on roads and increasing avalanche danger. The Utah Department of Transportation is working non-stop, but closures are likely. Residents are stocking up and preparing to be snowed in. Whiteout conditions make driving disorienting and dangerous. Authorities urge everyone to avoid mountain travel unless absolutely necessary. For these communities, the winter wonderland has become a battleground. Safety is the top priority as the storm intensifies. In Colorado, the storm brings a 1-2 punch snow and powerful winds. High country areas expect up to 8 inches of snow, but the real danger is wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour. Blowing and drifting snow is slashing visibility, especially along the I-70 corridor and mountain passes like Vail and Eisenhower. State troopers are responding to accidents and urging drivers to stay off the roads. Wind-driven snow can block roads in minutes, trapping vehicles and straining emergency services. The Colorado Department of Transportation is battling non-stop, but the wind makes it a losing fight. For mountain towns, even simple tasks become a struggle in these conditions. Wind chill makes it feel much colder, increasing the risk for anyone outside. Tonight, Colorado's story is about how wind can turn moderate snowfall into a major crisis. Public safety is the top concern as the storm rages on. In New York, the storm takes a different form. Lake-effect snow off the Great Lakes. Cold air moves over warmer lake water, picking up moisture and dumping it as heavy, localized snow bands. Counties like Wayne, Cayuga, and Cortland are seeing hazardous driving as up to 4 inches of wet, heavy snow falls. Lake-effect snow can create abrupt whiteouts, making roads treacherous in minutes. Snow bands are narrow but intense. One town may be buried while a nearby town sees only flurries. Road crews struggle to keep up as the snow shifts unpredictably. Drivers are urged to slow down and prepare for sudden changes in conditions. The beauty of falling snow hides real danger on the ground. In New York, the fight is against these unpredictable, intense ribbons of snow. Winter's power comes in many forms, and lake effect is one of the most challenging. The greatest dangers of a winter storm aren't always visible. Heavy snow and ice can snap tree branches, bringing down power lines and causing outages. Losing power in a storm can quickly become life-threatening, especially for the vulnerable. Without electricity, homes lose heat fast, putting people at risk of hypothermia. Alternative heating sources, like generators, can cause deadly carbon monoxide poisoning if misused. Emergency services are stretched thin. Impassable roads delay ambulances and fire trucks. A treatable emergency can become fatal when help is delayed. Officials urge people to stay home, keeping roads clear for responders. Shoveling heavy snow is risky, especially for those not physically fit. The dangers don't end when the snow stops. Ice and cold linger. Preparation for these hidden risks is just as important as bracing for the storm itself. How can you stay safe during a storm like this? First, stay informed. Keep a weather radio or local news on hand. Check your emergency kit. Have 3 days worth of food, water, flashlights, batteries, a first aid kit, and necessary medications. Gather blankets, sleeping bags, and warm clothing in one place in case you lose power. Charge your phones and power banks before the storm hits. Avoid travel if possible. If you must go out, prepare your vehicle with a full tank, good tires, and a winter survival kit. Include blankets, extra clothing, water, snacks, a flashlight, shovel, and sand or cat litter for traction. If stranded, stay in your vehicle. It's your best shelter. Check on neighbors, especially the elderly or those living alone. Make sure they have what they need and a plan for emergencies. Community support is vital. Sharing resources and helping each other makes a difference. Preparation is key to weathering the storm safely. Look out for one another. Together we can get through even the toughest winter. As this powerful storm sweeps across the nation, it's easy to feel uneasy, but these moments remind us of our strength and resilience. Communities in Alaska, Wyoming, Utah, Colorado, and New York are rising to the challenge. Road crews work tirelessly, neighbors help each other, and the spirit of unity shines through. The storm is temporary. The snow will stop, the winds will calm, and the sun will return. Cleanup will be a shared effort, and we'll return to normal routines with renewed appreciation. Every storm passes, but the lessons remain. Be prepared, look out for one another, and face challenges together. Preparation empowers us to meet nature's fury with confidence. Tonight, focus on safety and connection. Check on loved ones, follow expert advice, and trust in our community's resilience. The night may be long, but morning will come, and with it the promise of a new day. Stay safe and be well.